What is going on? It's your boy, Mr. Banks, coming back at you live with another trade recap so that I can make you a better, successful trader. Now, today we're going to be going over the Google and Tesla trades that we took, with Google going 82% and Tesla going 100% plus, turning into another banger for the group. As you guys know, we pretty much hit 100% bangers every single day. And why do we do this? Because we are good at finding our levels and we're good at finding our entries. So this is why I'm making these videos, so that you can find these levels and you can find these entries like I do and hit the bangers with us on your own, because it's all about teaching you how to fish. This is a skill that you can use your entire life. It can use it for financial freedom and to make your dreams come true. But all you have to do is put in a little bit of effort, and you guys are already here by watching this video. So that's awesome. Before I get started, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of this educational content video that I put out on a daily basis to make you a consistent, successful trader. Now, let me go ahead and share my screen and get started on the day for you guys. Like I said, we're going to be going over our Tesla and Google trades that we took today here. Sorry, let me get that squared away for you guys. Now, as you guys know, we go over these trades in pre-market, live in pre-market huddle. We go over live voice, and we also give the trade plans every single day here in the Wolves. Google break and hold 124.50, Tesla break and hold 182. As we know, the entire watch list hit today, with AMD absolutely going nuts from it, as well as Meta. But take a look here. We did make the calls and we did go ahead and make these trades, right? First, I want to congratulate the team for absolutely running it up. Again, this could be you if you join the team, or I'm just thankful that you guys are watching this video. So we go ahead and get started. How do we find our levels? Big question I get asked all the time is, how do we find our levels? Well, the levels that we find, I use the 1 hour time frame. And why do I use this 1 hour time frame? Well, that's because it's zoomed out enough to where you sorry, to where you get the bigger picture, but it's zoomed in enough to where you get enough of the candlestick price action where you can find these major support and these major resistance areas that we like to play. Now, as you guys know, we like to play the major either breakouts or major rejections of these levels. Why? Because stocks will either do three things: they will bounce, break, or reject. So if they are breaking a level, they're more than likely going to find it as support and then go find the next level. If they're rejecting a level, it's going to come all the way back down. If you know how to find these major levels, then you can take these major trades that go 50, 80, 100, 200, 300% plus every single week, but you have to know how to find these levels. So again, I'm showing you on the 1 hour time frame is where you're going to find these major levels. So how did I find this 182 level? Well, again, the 1 hour Friday, big resistance, right? Big resistance at this 182. And again, pre-market 182. Now, here's the thing. A lot of newer traders get so hyper focused on 181.94, 181.66, right? On the pennies. Don't do that. Just round it to the nearest number. What I like to use is like 181, 181.50, or 182 in increments like that. Sometimes if it is a breakout level, I will use like 25 cents, 30 cents, but I'm always going to round it to a round whole number, not get so involved in this odd number like this of like 181.94. So again, we just had this break and hold of this major resistance, and we could see this on the 1 hour of 182. Again, we had it on Friday, and we also had it on the pre-market. So perfect. We drew this level, 182 break and hold. Now we know with these couple rejections, if we do break this level, we're more than likely going to head to our next level. My next level was 186 that I had, but it absolutely surpassed that today, which is great. We were in the trade. How do I take the trades? Great question. Well, I like to take these trades on either the 5 minute or the 2 minute time frame. Really, we want to see a break and hold on the 5 minute. And what I like to use the 5 minute for, beyond the break and hold, was looking at these candles. What am I seeing? Am I going to see a lot of momentum, a big move on these candles? Because if we take a look at the 2 minute time frame, the 2 minute time frame is great to take your entry because there's going to be more price action of the candlestick action, right? So you could see more of a back test of the level, see that it's holding, and then take your entry there. But what I like to use the 5 minute for more so, sorry, let me find out today, is these candles here. Now, we saw those candles broken up on the 2 minute, but on the 5 minute, we can see a major monster boner candle, as we like to call it. This is showing me that there is huge momentum, huge buying occurring. I mean, we held our back test level of 180, which we had, obviously big psych round number, but we also see a huge breakout on the 5 minute with this candle. I mean, this is showing massive strength. So what I like to use the 5 minute specifically for is to see candles like this. If I'm seeing these major monster candles just breaking out of our levels, that's showing me that there is huge strength there. There's huge demand there. There's huge buying going on. Big candle. Um, Now, if we waited really for this candle to open up, right, we could get a little bit of a late entry on it, right? A little bit of a late entry if we're just using the 5 minutes. So when you get these monster candles on the 5 minute, that's good. We want that, showing there's momentum on this breakout. But if we're taking the entry on the 5 minute, we could get a late entry. So as we could see here, this would be a candle that you would take the entry on, but we're already up around 183. So if we take a look on the 2 minute time frame, right, we get a little bit of a better entry on it. Now we still have some big candles, which is showing us great breakouts, but see how we can get a little bit of a better entry on the 2 minute. We get more of a back test. We show a little bit better price action to get our better entry. And that's why I prefer the 2 minute for the most part when it comes to entries. But again, like I said, I like to use the 5 minute to see that big candle of the break, big momentum, that big buying occurring. We obviously can see it here on the 2 minute as well, but the 2 minute gives you a little bit better price action to get you that sniper entry here on these candles instead of waiting on a candle to open up or close, right? Because you have two of these candles within one 5 minute candle. So you can actually get a little bit of a better entry since they open and close before a 5 minute candle opens and close, as we can see here. So that is comparison between the 2 and the 5 minute, and why I like to use the 2 minute for the better entry. I think you can get a lot better sniper entry versus the 5 minute. But again, the 5 minute will show you that big breakout, that big momentum. So we had that break, and then we just had the hold of the level, right? Or 182. We're holding that level. Pretty simple. Break and holds don't need to be overcomplicated. Is there big momentum? Is there a big breakout? Yes, we saw it on the 5 minute. But are we holding the level after that break? On the 2 minute, we broke out, we came down, retested. We're holding that level. Perfect. Let's take our entry. High probability, high confidence. Have that confidence when you see that level back test and hold, just take the entry, right? We're holding the level. We have the momentum there. We have the big breakout. Tech is breaking out all across the board. So there is the break and hold, and there was our trade on Tesla. So I broke down how to find the level, coming down to the 2 minute, why I like the 5 minute, why I like the 2 minute, and how to take your entry. So I hope that really helped you guys on the how to find levels and how to take your entry. Now we could just sit in the trade as we were holding runners. And again, if you watch my previous videos, I like to use the 8 EMA. You can use the 5, 10, or 15 minutes. So let's take a look at the 10. Wait for a full body candle closure below the level, right? This isn't a full body candle closure. We need the full body, right? All of the body to close below the level in order to sell the rest of our runners out. We didn't have that today. Why I like to use the 5, 10, and 15 and not just the 5, because sometimes on the 5, the way the price action is reading, you can actually get out of your runners too soon. But using the 10 and sometimes the 15, it will allow you to stay on this 8 EMA, which is the trend indicator, for a little bit longer versus the 5. And the price action today on Tesla, it shows that riding the 10-minute on the 8 EMA was a little bit better than the 5. So let's take a look at the 5. Right, we had a full body candle closure below our 8 EMA, which for our rules would mean we would have sold the rest of our runners, right? It would have broken trend. Even though we took the entry here, right, it would have broken trend. But looking at the 10-minute, it never broke trend. And now you could have held runners all the way until the end of the day, making it 100% plus easy trade for you guys. Now let's go over our Google trade. We had 124.50 break and hold. As again, we also took the call out and the trade as well with the group. So let's just take a look again. It's going to be very similar to this Chesto trade, but let's go over it. Why not have more practice? Why not have more screen time so you guys understand how to take these trades? Google break and hold 124.50. Guess where I'm going to go to find my level? You guessed right, the 1 hour time frame. So one thing about this on Google is that we see this big wick in the pre-market on Friday. Do I count this level? Do I count this level? I don't necessarily count these levels because I want to see where most of the range or really the big resistance is. And as we take a look here, there's 124, again, 46, let's call it 124.50, was our break and hold. Why? Because that's where we see most of the resistance from. This is most likely a news or, a news candle, data candle, right? It's an anomaly. It's an anomaly. I have to say that slow. When we see big wicks like this. So I don't necessarily really like to count those, right? I really like to count more of where is the actual resistance. Well, we could see here 1, 2, essentially 3, 4, right around this 124.50, not this big long wick. So I knew if we broke and hold 124.50, we would definitely see some upside. So when you see big wicks like this on the pre-market, they're more than likely an anomaly. And so you do not really need to focus on big wicks like this. Just focus on where was most of the resistance at. Right here. It was at 124.50, which we could see all these little wicks right here at that level. Perfect. We have our level on the 1 hour time frame. Oh, I'm going to get rid of this 8 EMA real quick. Now let's go down again to the 5-minute and the 2-minute time frames. Right? So we have the 5-minute time frame. And again, what are we seeing on this break? A huge monster candle showing us there's demand. There was volume there. There was buying happening. Big, candle, right? Breaking through our level. This is good. We want to see things like this when we're playing break and holds. Now, they don't necessarily happen all the time when we come to our levels, but especially right at the open in the morning and we see this huge buying, this huge demand, more than likely we're going to get at least some sort of more continuation on that, right? It's showing you that there's buyers there, there's demand there, there was volume there. We can even check out the volume. Big volume counter, right? And then we even had some rising volume. Yes, it decreased, but then it's some rising volume after that. So huge volume spike. Something we love to see, right? There was demand there. There was buying there. I mean, this is what we love to see. Now let's take a look at the 2-minute, right? So here's the 5-minute. Or actually, let's show something real quick. Let me do this real quick for you guys. We'll go to multi-view. We'll go 1, 2. Let's just go to Google. And let's go to Google. This might be a little bit better for you guys just to take a look at. Let me scrunch that a little bit. And let me make this one bigger. So guys, do we see how we can get a better entry on the 2-minute? You guys can see that, right? On the 5-minute, right, we would wait for this candle. Obviously, it's holding support, big breakout. We'd buy up here, right? That's about 124.85. 2-minute time frame, right, is going to give you that extra candlestick. Um, Look at this back test, 124.50. I mean, this can make all the difference, especially if we don't get a major continuation up from this break and hold. We can have that 50 cents, 30 cents difference can mean the world between 5, 10, sometimes even 15% on our trade. We always want to get the best entries on the trade. So this is a perfect example how the 2-minute will give you a more of a sniper entry, a better entry, right? Versus that 5-minute time frame. So 5-minute time frame would be at 124.85. This 2-minute time frame would be about 124.55. So about 30 cents, give you about 5-10% difference on your contracts, which is huge, especially if we get this breakout, retest and hold, and we come back up and then we fail. That 5-10% is going to go a long way, especially if we don't see a major continuation like we did here on Google, right? That's the big difference. This is clear as day between the 2 and the 5-minute here on Google. You guys can see how much of a big difference of a better sniper entry you can get on the 2-minute time frame. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, I really appreciate you guys coming out to take the time to become better traders. Again, my name is Mr. Banks, and I will see you guys on the flip side.